It's alright, it's okay. There's something to live for. Jesus told me so.
What's up, everybody? Back again with another quick video. And this is kind of a different video. I saw a link online to an article that, is kind of spreading. A lot of people are doing this, where it's kind of the reasons you love cinema or film. So I figured I would do one for better or for worse, but here it is for your viewing pleasure. Why do I love film? Because despite hardly any screen time, Boba Fett is a badass. Because the score to The Last Starfighter is the greatest music ever composed. Because A Walk Through Paris with Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy is pure love. Because The Man with No Name is who I want to be when I grow up. Because I still piss my pants when that raptor jumps out. Because I've learned to never cross streams. Because the undressing of Ann Darrow gave me my first boner. Because Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms, yo. Because it's ingrained in my DNA to watch Demolition Man whenever it comes on. Because Vin Diesel saying Superman is better than anything he's ever done. Because I always shop smart. Because this is my shooting hand. Because I've spent countless hours trying to figure out what Bastion's mother's name is. Because Mr. Fusion is obviously the key to all of the world's energy woes. Because Ned Ryerson came to me in a dream the night my grandfather died. Because a puppet vomiting in an alleyway sent me into convulsions. Because John Practice is the worst and best villain of all time. Because you don't piss on hospitality. Because I was in the cockpit when it crashed into Pennsylvania. Because a Molotov cocktail hitting the windshield made me speechless. Because zombies shall henceforth be known as the Z word. Because the first half of WALL-E is better than the artist. Because Lando Calrissian is Harvey Dent. Because of Jimmy Stewart, I always shut my blinds. Because Toshiro Mifune always wins. Because an exploding white Challenger crushed my heart. Because I'm a star, a big, bright, shining star. Because say what you will about National Socialism, at least it's an ethos. Because Wallace is the best gay roommate anyone could ever hope for. Because I want to fucking kill that guy who witnessed Monica Bellucci getting raped. Because I always wanted an awesome red bike. Because an AK-47 is when you absolutely positively have to kill every motherfucker in the room. Because I learned that Sicilians are part eggplant. Because Steve is the prototypical American male. Because it's not a tumor. Because she's right, of course. I am a fucking asshole.